Hi, everybody. I'm Olivia Burnett, college student here with part 3 of the college application process. We're going to finish out the year, talk about how to choose a college and how not to get scammed. So February, you probably won't get any acceptance letters yet, but you will likely get a mailbox full of postcards, keychains, brochures, that sort of thing every single day. You'll see happy, smiling students sitting out on the quad. But really take a look at these critically, especially as you get so many of them. Does this look like advertising that you could get from like a country club, or is this really about the school? You also will probably get a letter from an organization saying that it's like an honor society. So we'll talk about that in the next slide, because this is something I hadn't heard about until I started applying to college. So if you get an email or a letter telling you to join an honor society, this might be not real. It's probably not real. So it'll be on fancy paper. It'll have a seal or a logo, maybe some signatures at the bottom, and it has this really flowery, happy, exciting, flattering language. It's like, congratulations, you have been recognized as one of the top scholars in America. This is your once in a lifetime chance to meet tomorrow's leaders. But then you look at the letter and there's not really academic requirements. They didn't say, you got a 4.0 or you got into this amazing school. But we do want your money and your personal information. So look at these carefully, especially honorsociety.org, NSCS, Honor Society Foundation. These are some common scams where they convince you that you're so honorable and you think you need to join the society to prove how awesome you are. In exchange, they'll ask for a membership fee. So if you do want to join an honor society, I would apply directly through your university or through your major. And I have in this presentation a checklist of things to look at. You can look at that on your own time. But you should start getting acceptance letters in March. So you'll get your letter that says, congratulations, you were accepted, or maybe you were waitlisted or rejected. But after you are accepted, you'll get another letter that has an official financial aid offer, so that way you'll be able to get an idea of about how much that college is going to cost. So once you get to April, you get all your acceptance letters in, then it's really time to start making your final decision. So I've made a comparison worksheet that is linked to this presentation that you should be able to access. You can print it out, one for every college, and consider all the different aspects, because you do want finances is important, but you also want to make sure this is somewhere that you have to live for about 4 years. So you want to make sure that that's a good fit for you. Spring break is a great time to go on campus tours. Most schools will have like a school sponsored tour, but even if that's not really your vibe, or you don't have time for that, you can just go to the campus, walk around, people watch, go find where your dorm or your classes are going to be. And it's also important that you get an idea of the surrounding area and say, this is somewhere that I could see myself living. So May 1st, that'll be your acceptance deadline. You want to double check and make sure that you've accepted your financial aid and scholarships. This might be a separate process than accepting the school. Double check that you did this. This is very important. After that, you can start looking for a summer job. I have some examples on the following slides. If you're taking this class because you're interested in medicine, then I have some ideas that you could do right out of high school that I'll go over briefly, and you can research more if you're interested. And then congratulations, you made it, you've graduated, you made it through your senior year. So if you're not interested in the medical field, you can stop watching here. If you are, we're going to look at some some careers in medicine really briefly. So a great option is becoming a CNA. This is a program you will probably have at a technical college. So this will be a couple weeks or months of training. You get certified, and then you'll work in a hospital or a nursing home and just really work directly with the patients and take care of them. Another option that's kind of on the same line is becoming an LPN. So that's another training program that's a little bit more intensive. And then after that, you can become a registered nurse. So this is a great way to see if nursing is for you and to get some experience while you're still in college. Phlebotomy is another certification you can get. After that, you'll be able to collect blood and for blood banks or blood tests, that sort of thing. So that's a certification that should only take a couple of weeks to get, and then you have basically a career that will make you money while you're going through medical school. If you weren't interested in going to a technical college, you could become a home health aide. So you take care of the elderly or chronically ill. You will go to their house, cook and clean and make sure that they're doing all right by themselves. So you'll probably receive some training through your agency, but there's not an official certification. If you're more interested in the research side of things, then ask your college professors if they are pursuing any projects and are looking to hire any assistants. What you do is going to vary a lot based on the project and the professor. So make sure to get a good idea of that. You might have to work for free, but you'll be getting a lot of good experience. And then another technical certification you could do is become a pharmacy technician. So you're just an assistant to a pharmacist. But this is a job where you could work flexible hours and get through school, get experience in your field, and make pretty good money. You could also become a medical receptionist. So you wouldn't be getting as much experience actually taking care of patients, but you get a lot of exposure, and it could be a good way to get your foot in the door and make some connections. So those are all some good ideas once you're done with high school. And that's all I have on college lectures. Stay tuned. We'll talk about resumes and applying for jobs in another lecture. Thank you.